It's Phoenix Rising Soccer Sunday. Coming up on the big show tonight, they are perhaps the best three words in sports: dollar, beer, night.
Yeah, gotta love that. And a free kick is a lot tougher than it looks. And one of our GoPros found that out the hard way.
And the power of soccer shows us that athletes come in all shapes and sizes. Phoenix Rising Soccer Sunday starts right now.
Welcome into Phoenix Rising Soccer Sunday. I am Mitch Carr along with Chierstin Susel, and we welcome back Kristen Keogh.
Hey, good to be here. We are looking forward to it. I can't wait to catch up on our favorite local soccer club, especially since we're coming off the very popular and successful Dollar Beer Night.
It is no doubt a fan favorite, and head coach Rick Schantz is in studio with us coming up in just a minute. But first, we begin tonight with a look at your hot headers. The Phoenix Rising beat Rio Grande Valley FC 3-1 on Friday, but more importantly, the Rising improved to 10-0 on Dollar Beer Night. Should be every night, right, guys?
Absolutely.
I think so.
2 goals from Adam John, giving him 5 on the season.
Rising forward Jason Johnson, though, out for the next 4 to 6 months with a lower body injury. He suffered last month against Sacramento. Johnson, he's a top-of-the-line scorer with 3 goals this season. He had 9 a year ago. And with that, it's time for the Coach's Corner, and we welcome in Rick Schantz, head coach of the Phoenix Rising, and we got to start there. JJ is really important to what you guys do offensively, and you might not see him for the rest of the year.
Yeah, it's a big challenge, a loss. You know, it really means that the team has to step up, and other guys are going to have to perform at the next level, and we know they're capable. You know, Joey Calistri, I thought, was really good on Wednesday, and we're looking forward. Obviously, Jay's got to take his time. We want him to heal, but we're doing whatever we can to get him back a little bit quicker, and hopefully we'll have him for the playoffs.
Now, going back to Friday's match, Adam John had a phenomenal night, but James Musa scored his first goal with the club. Talk about his contributions.
Yeah, James was great. You know, this was a big game for us. We kind of went back to what we've been working on at the beginning of the season with just, you know, one defensive midfielder, and James Musa is very comfortable in that role and was outstanding. And, you know, I think a lot of people might not recognize that the goal was fantastic, but the touch, when it came out over his head, he brought it down. His preparation touch was great, and of course he can hit a ball, so it was really well done. I'm really happy for him. He deserved it.
Now, offensively, it seems like you guys are sort of up and down. I mean, you are near the top of the league as far as shots taken, and you are, I believe, 6th in the league as far as goals scored, and you're conceding goals. It seems like you're either playing defense one night and not offense, or you're playing offense and not enough defense. And I think one of the games that really stuck out to me was the Orange County game, where they got 2 on you, and it was almost like, how did they get 2 goals? And then you had so many shots on net and still didn't come away with the win. They ended up getting you 2-1. So what is it that you guys are still working on figuring out offensively?
Well, that game in particular, I think we made a couple of mistakes, and they capitalized, and you know that's what good teams do. And yeah, at the end there, we were really trying to push for a goal just to get back in it. And once we scored to make it 2-1, I think Orange County just sat back and absorbed as much as they could. So, you know, sometimes the stats don't really tell the story. The guys are playing well. Defensively, they've been very solid. You know, just our small mistakes they're killing us this year. And in years past, we had a little bit of luck. And even on Friday night, I think RGV had a couple of opportunities, and our goalkeeper came up big. So I think the luck is turning our way defensively a little, and but offensively we committed much more this game and to the attack, and I think that's why we got the 3 goals.
Let's end this one on a high note. That is Dollar Beer Night. The country seems to be catching on to this one. Fans certainly love it. 10-0 on Dollar Beer Night. For you as the head coach, you got to appreciate it.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, you know, it's. I didn't bring it up in the locker room. I didn't tell them, but I did say that it's. You know, we've hinted that often we do Blackout Fridays, and they were wearing the new black jerseys for the first time, and you know, I wore a suit and a red shirt for the first time. So I said, hey, let's get this going, and whatever the traditions are that get us wins, we just have to keep it going.
All right.
You can't do that suit out there when it's 115, though, can you?
Whatever it takes,
Whatever
Mitch.
it takes. Yeah. My wife said, who cares?
You heard it here first. Whatever it takes.
All right, head coach Rick Schantz, we appreciate you joining us as always. Now let's check out the forward line for a look at the key upcoming dates on the schedule. The Rising hosts Las Vegas Saturday night, then hit the road at Salt Lake City on May 25th, and a home match against Tulsa June 7th. Our next Soccer Sunday is June 9th.
All of the games Chierstin just mentioned, those are league games. But Wednesday night, Phoenix Rising is at home in the second round of the U.S. Open Cup. Now, some questions you may have. What's the U.S. Open Cup and what happened to the first round? Let me explain. The U.S. Open Cup is a season-long tournament in which 84 teams from the amateur level all the way up to the MLS compete to be crowned America's soccer national champion. Phoenix Rising plays in the USL Championship, which is the second division of U.S. soccer. Before the Rising got involved, teams in lower divisions like USL League One, the NASL, and amateur leagues had to qualify just to make it this far. If Phoenix Rising wins against New Mexico United, another USL Championship team, on Wednesday, and then wins again in the third round, the Rising will play an MLS team, probably the Colorado Rapids or Real Salt Lake. Back to the tournament, though. U.S. Open Cup Commissioner Paul Marsteller told me it's a great way to get all American soccer fans invested in all levels of the sport here in the United States.
We think that the Open Cup plays a critical role in being able to integrate all these levels, that they can compete for a singular championship, which is U.S. Soccer's national championship.
And Phoenix Rising will host New Mexico United on Wednesday night. If the Rising win that match, there will be a third round draw to find out who their next opponent will be, and that match would take place later in the season. Now, she's the queen of social media around here. Kristen is checking out some of her favorite soccer grams.
Oh, yeah, Mitch, you can be sure that everybody was talking about Dollar Beer Night on social media as well. And I want to remind you guys, if you want to see your posts here on Soccer Sunday, use hashtag Uprising so that we can find them. Let's go ahead and show you a couple of the tweets that we came across here. Golly Bass said, last night's Phoenix Rising game, by far the most enjoyable of the year. Great play, cheap beer, packed house. Love it. If you haven't checked it out, snag yourself a seat. Hashtag Uprising. It's kind of tough to get a seat lately, though, so that's the only problem. These games are so popular. Now, we have another tweet here from Mr. Smith. He says, my kind of footy team. Hashtag Uprising. But take a look here at what it says. The stat says undefeated on $1 beer night. So that is why he was saying that's my kind of team. See, everybody's just getting behind Dollar Beer Night, and why wouldn't you? Roger Roper posting this video from behind the goal, and he writes, there's no better sports experience in Phoenix than $1 beer night. That Adam John penalty shot was a thing of beauty. What a view Roger had. And again, hashtag Uprising so that we can find your posts and put them up right here on Soccer Sunday. And some exciting stuff happening for one of the younger players, Austin Ledbetter. This season, he became the first player to get called up from FC Tucson to Phoenix. I got to talk to him about being a part of Rising history. Austin, thanks so much for joining us on Soccer Sunday.
Thank you for having me.
So we want to talk to you about something that's really exciting. You are the first Rising player to come up from FC Tucson. What's the significance of that for you?
Oh, you know, it's been a journey. So I'm very, very fortunate. I love my guys down in Tucson, and coaches have put in a lot of work for me, and I'm thankful that the coaches up here have a lot of faith in me to bring me up.
Now, as I interview you, we are very, very close to Arizona State's campus, and you've probably realized up here that, you know, there's a little rivalry between this area and Tucson. You know, you can share where you stand if you'd like, but really what I want to know is, what did you love about Tucson?
Oh, you know, it's they make me feel at home. I love it. It's my second city. That's what I say. Obviously, St. Louis is my first, but it's not bad up here. But people call it the dirty T, and I don't agree with that. I love Tucson, so all the people up here in Phoenix can relax a little bit.
Okay, that was a pretty neutral answer, but to our people in Tucson, this guy's never had an EG's slushie, which is unbelievable. I highly recommend the orange one, and you got to get the ice cream put at the bottom, okay?
All right. I've had, I think, the lemon. Do they have lemon?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, I've had the lemon. I just never had the orange with the ice cream in the bottom.
Okay, so, and you've had a sandwich from there?
No food.
Oh my gosh. Okay, if you guys see this guy in Tucson again, take him to EG's on you. Okay. Now, you mentioned St. Louis, and that's where you're from, and A.J. Cochran also from St. Louis. You guys played together, right? Tell me a little bit about that relationship.
We played a lot growing up. He's 2 years older than me, so through club and went to the same high school. So we have a great connection. We're close friends, and very thankful to have someone that I'm close with help me out through the new city and stuff like that.
Yeah, would you say that he's been a mentor for you since you came up to Phoenix?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, even growing up, I've always looked forward to him, the way he plays, passing, stuff like that, his defending work. He's a guy I've always looked up to, and he's helped me a lot. He's been one of the guys, the older guys that help the young guy, and very thankful for that.
All right, so Mother's Day is upon us. It is here, and as I stalked your Instagram account, I noticed a lot of pictures of your mama. Tell me a little bit about her and how she has influenced your soccer career.
Oh, my mom, she's the best mama out there, that's for sure. I love her to death. She's, you know, she can be hard on me sometimes, but she wants the best for me, and that's why I do this. I mean, I love my family, love my mom, and working hard just for her, and obviously for my dad. But Mom is there for me through thick and thin, and I can't thank her enough.
You want to tell her Happy Mother's Day? We'll let you do that.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
All right, and you guys you made sure that you told your moms Happy Mother's Day, right? Austin, thank you so much. You guys told your moms Happy Mother's Day, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Spent my morning with my mother. Wouldn't have missed out on it.
All the guys' moms must have been so excited after that awesome win on Friday. So the perfect start to Mother's Day weekend for them, for sure. Well, soccer is pretty big across the pond. So how do you celebrate back-to-back Premier League titles? You break out in song, and we're going to show that to you a bit later on.
But first, just how tough is it to make a free kick? Rising star Collin Fernandez shows me it is much harder than it looks.
And the powerful impact soccer can have on people who never thought they'd be able to compete in sports ever again. Next on Phoenix Rising Soccer Sunday.
Welcome back to Phoenix Rising Soccer Sunday. For those of you who don't know, one way to gain an advantage in soccer is to use what are called set pieces. These are free kicks or corner kicks where play is stopped. The defenders are required to back off, and a skilled kick taker can put one in the back of the net or onto the head or foot of a teammate. You know the names of the world's best at this skill. We're talking Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, David Beckham, bend it like Beckham. Phoenix Rising midfielder Collin Fernandez grew up trying to bend it like Beckham himself. So in tonight's goals, I hit the training ground with him to try to learn the skill. What's the chance that I'm going to be able to do anything close to what you're going to be able to do?
I think you can. I mean, if you set your mind to it, you could do anything, man.
If you set your mind to it.
You know? Just kicking a ball, it's that simple.
What is the most difficult part of making the ball go where you want it to?
Well, I think the hardest part is just trying to get it over the wall. Getting over the wall and trying to get it to dip a little bit. So, I mean, if you can do that, you're going to be scoring goals.
Bend it like Beckham. So, I mean, do you ever think about that when you're standing over the ball?
Oh, man, that's my favorite free kick taker.
I'm not even tying my cleats right, am I? See, that is your first idea that I will not be good at this, right? All right, let's do this. You've got 4 men. They're what, 10 meters away? Is that the rule? They're 10 feet away. And so you have got to get this over them and consider the fact that they're going to be jumping. Yeah. And then you have to get it down enough. Yeah. What kind of English goes into the ball?
Yeah, I'm just going like this, like trying to curl it almost. Usually I'm striking it right here with the inside of my foot.
And you only stand that far away? You don't need more of a run up or anything?
No.
And you're standing almost 90 degrees to the right.
Yeah, it's because how Beckham does it.
That's how Beckham does it. Fire away, man.
Let's see.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
What's going through your head when you're standing up there?
I'm just thinking about where the goalkeeper is and where I'm just gonna hit it. I'm not really thinking about much else.
Wow. Are you the team's designated free kick taker?
No, but I should be. I hope we're getting all this on the camera so I can show them.
We are. Is this a promotion that you're seeking?
Yep, exactly.
All right, so you want me to give this a shot?
Yeah, I want to see it.
Let's see how this goes. Are you ready, Rich?
Yeah, I'm getting out of the way.
Thank you for getting out of the way. Okay.
Oh, not bad.
See, I think that gets saved. There's no power to it.
We can save it, but it's all right. Hey, you made it over the wall.
It's such a delicate game between getting it high enough, then having it dip, but having it be hard enough.
It's just like a feel of it. It's just like you have a feel for it.
That is insane! He's good, but he's not perfect. Ah! Boy! There goes the GoPro.
Hope I didn't break it.
It's a GoPro. It better not break. Are we good? I don't know. I think it's still working. Let me take this chance to ask you, what's it like to be in a wall?
Well, I have the worst job on the field. I'm the puller.
What does that mean?
The wall will stand here, and I have to stand here. So if they play the ball short or something, like touch it to their teammate, I just have to run at it, try to block it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so then you know you're going to take something.
Yeah, so
he's standing 10 feet away, and you're like,
yeah.
Despite all that, I put myself in the wall. It's not going to kill me.
Nah.
Just leave a red mark, right?
Don't be scared.
All right, so it's kind of a shame that Coach Schantz is already gone. But Collin wanted him to see that because Collin wants that job.
I thought you were going to say you wanted that job and you needed Coach to get back here and see your skills.
No.
Because I'm going to be honest, I didn't think you were even going to make it over the wall.
But hey, you know what? I made it over the
impressed.
wall. I made it into the net. It just was about 2 miles an hour.
That's okay.
Any
You can
goalkeeper
work with
says,
that.
thank you very much, I'll take that.
As impressed as I am that you got it over the wall, I'm even more impressed that you became one with the wall. That was very, very brave.
I took my life in my own hands. You saw how that GoPro took it.
Yeah, the GoPro, is it actually okay?
The GoPro is just fine.
Okay.
All right, Chierstin, over to you.
All right, bravo, Mitch. And the great thing about soccer is regardless of your ability, just about anyone can play the sport. And here is one group of athletes that are certainly proving that. We are rising up with Power Chair Soccer, and that team isn't letting anything get in their way of the love for the sport.
When I became a wheelchair user, I just thought I wasn't going to be an athlete anymore. That part of my life was gone. But when I came across Power Soccer, it just completely turned my life around. Being able to come out on a court and compete and actually participate in an athletic sport and be an athlete again is something that I'll definitely cherish for the rest of my life.
It was just a blessing for us. When he got sick, things kind of fell apart, and I was always worried about him because I knew he liked sports. And he liked soccer.
Gabe Trujillo was 14 years old when he got sick and lost his ability to move his arms and legs. Years later in college, he discovered Power Soccer. Now he and his dad, David, are dedicated to keeping the sport going.
There's no poor me in this, and that's the other thing. I don't think anybody out here feels that way about themselves.
These are athletes who play to win games, play to win medals, play to win championships, just like every able-bodied athlete out there. It's not just for athletes with disabilities. Those who love soccer will fall in love with this sport as a spectator as well. You get spin kicks, you get fouls, you get red cards, yellow cards, penalty kicks, and those are all involved in this sport as well. And it's just as exciting whether you're watching the Phoenix Rising out there playing or whether you're watching the Arizona Heat on the court. It's just as invigorating. And it showed me that athletes come in all shapes and sizes and abilities, and from that moment on, I've decided to play and become an athlete.
Now, Gabe is actually our senior digital video producer here at Channel 12, and he and his dad, David, run the team called the Arizona Heat, and they are seriously good guys. This is a national championship team, and they travel the country to compete.
That's really impressive. I like those chairs, too. I like the way they've adapted to be able to allow people to compete. You know, it's the joy of competition, no matter what the sport is.
And it makes
is
Gabe,
one of the things you live for, and he clearly lights up when he does it.
It makes him so happy. He's so passionate about it, and whenever he gets the opportunity to talk about it, it's just cool to see how he lights up. But Gabe is all about Arizona sports, and that's one of the things that I love so much about him, and it's so cool that he doesn't have to just watch it, he can also play.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very cool. Well, we are throwing it back to the 90s for a song everyone knows the words to, especially the Premier League champs. That's coming up next on Soccer Sunday.
Welcome back to Phoenix Rising Soccer Sunday. Time for a Rising Rewind. Let's first rewind it to last week The rematch of last year's Western Conference Final in Orange County. The Rising lose this one, however, 2-1. Their first loss to Orange County in 4 years.
And rewind it to April 27th. Phoenix Rising battled to a 0-0 stalemate on the road against Sacramento Republic. Goalkeeper Zach Lubin earned his 4th clean sheet in 5 starts.
And a final rewind to April 20th. Rising score 3 goals in 9 minutes to beat Tacoma in front of a sellout crowd at Casino Arizona Fields.
And just for kicks, how does Manchester City celebrate a 2nd straight Premier League title? Singing a song everyone knows. You gotta be the one that saves me. That is Noel Gallagher right there of Oasis fame. They're singing Wonderwall.
Sing it, Mitch. I know you were just singing it a second.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that song is going to be in my head now for at least a week. It's a classic. I love it, but it gets in there and never leaves.
Now, myself and the Gallagher brothers, who are a little bit more famous, we're all big Man City fans.
Nice.
They're actually from Manchester, though. So like they grew up going to the Etihad, to all of these games. They grew up huge supporters. I just started becoming a supporter in 2005.
Okay, that was actually a pretty substantial amount of time.
Different, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, but the thing is, they were relegated before that, and there's a lot of people that say you're not a true fan if your team hasn't been relegated, so...
Listen, you own a jersey. I think that once you buy merchandise,
right.
you're showing a bit of a...
And you, like, have it at work, too.
Yeah.
I wear it, no, every day that they win, I wear it. So today, they're the first team in 10 years to win back-to-back Premier League titles. They've scored 198 points in the last 2 seasons. They got 100 last year, the first ever team to tally 100 points. My team is dominant. If you are not a Man City fan, you're just second best.
I think you've proven your fandom.
Yeah. Well, you know, to top it all off, they're great singers as well. So.
Well, the next Soccer Sunday is June 9th. Next Rising home match is Saturday against Las Vegas.
Yeah, see you there.
For Kristen Keogh, for Chierstin Susel, I'm Mitch Carr. We will see you next month.